Welcome to the Stoppage Time edition of the Pitch to Pro podcast. This is a highlight reel of some of the best moments from the show so far, and every other week we will be bringing you a special 5 to 7 minute segment featuring the best stories, tales, and moments of the podcast.
From a nuts and bolts tourism standpoint, you're an attraction.
Yeah.
It immediately becomes a professional sports team that is an attraction that's going to draw people in from the 4-state area around here to come in for games, to see stars, to spend their money while they're here and go home afterwards. Mm-hmm. So it's new dollars that come into the destination and all of that. So from a nuts and bolts standpoint, you're a great amenity and a great attraction that's added here. And it's something that we can go out and promote that not everybody has. Like you're a unique attraction as well. Mm-hmm. But then from the community standpoint and knowing the impact and the appeal of soccer in Rogers and Northwest Arkansas, and knowing the investment of our schools and our families and our kids in the largest game on the planet, and the impact that can have to get ingrained in the community, it's a double play. It's a twofer that gets you excited about having that. And then the way you've gone about doing business, quite frankly, and coming out and engaging with organizations like the Chamber and Destination Rogers about how do we partner? How do we collaborate? Can you help us get in front of the right people? We want to be a big community partner. That speaks to the way business should be done, and that excites me about what the future holds for the club and for the community as we all grow together.
Well, thank you.
And I look at it from an economic standpoint as well, not just as it a great quality of life amenity and something, a feather in the cap, but it's also that secondary impact of people are coming to the game. Well, okay, what are they going to do before the game? They get, they're going to go to Rendezvous Junction and have a beer. They're going to, they're going to eat at the restaurants. They're going to, spend their money here. And that just benefits the residents because that's sales tax collections for the city. So that's investment in public safety. That's investment in, road construction, amenities, all of that stuff that benefits the residents as well. And so just looking at that, I consider it on the same level as the AMP in terms of the economic impact that it's going to bring.
Yeah, no, that's great to hear you guys' perspectives. Thank you. And I think that's what a lot of people, some of the feedback that we've gotten from just residents in a lot of the listening sessions and online surveys and all the listening that we've done, thousands of hours collectively across all platforms, is because this is the world's game, like you said, JR, and the broadest appeal in terms of, over 60% of our population is not from here. They're from the rest of the world.
Yes.
And we love our Razorbacks so much. We love the Naturals.
As a Kentucky fan, I'm not a big fan of the Razorbacks right now.
He's my next guest.
There we go.
Is he? Come here.
Yeah, exactly. I wish. Maybe we'll get him. Welcome, Coach Calipari, for those that are wondering the reference. But because of that, this is potentially going to and what we hope, what we aspire to, is that this is going to be something that unlocks a new avenue of growth in interconnectivity between our different communities.
A $5 word.
Not just Rogers Fayetteville, but also we have an incredibly diverse community.
Absolutely.
And I think that's wonderful in how it's growing and bringing not just different backgrounds, but diversity of thought, which always drives innovation and all these other different things. There's a whole lot of other studies out there that show that that's great for a community. And I think we're still figuring it out on how do we work together. We do it very well. How do we get all of us involved in a lot of different ways and different vehicles to use to do that? And I think that this could be one of those.
Sports is a universal language, and it brings people together. Exactly. It always does. Common fan bases.
It's not going to solve it, but can it be another lever that we can all pull together and unify in a way that maybe some other things can't? And that's what is also, that's been just feedback, but also what we know from doing it. Mr. Warren Smith has done it multiple times.
Right.
I can speak to that more than I can, but that's what gets us so excited, I think, too.
There's a term that we talk about in advocacy with destination advocacy, and it's about becoming a community shared value. And I can see that as the club gets ingrained in the community, and it's not just something where other people go to and then leave, but it becomes part of the community.
Yeah.
From local clubs, local teams, talent, education, all the above, using the facility. That's what we hope is going to happen in the future. And
Exactly, yeah.
I think that's the goal, is if you become that shared value, then people care about you as much as you care about them, and everybody grows.
I love that. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I think this has been just an awesome discussion, and I look forward to our continued partnership. You guys have been fantastic, so thank you.
We appreciate you guys and everything you're bringing to the table. I mean, we cannot express how excited we are. Once we see that construction start happening, we want to be right there on opening day in 26, and just it's just going to spur so much more for Rogers in Northwest Arkansas. So we truly appreciate you guys selecting us to be here.
Yeah, thank you. It's going to be here before you know it, guys. I promise. It seems like a ways away, but I guarantee you.
Again, it's
you
a
blink and
marathon,
snap your
not a
fingers.
sprint.
Exactly. You
We'll have
blink
to
and
do
it's
this-
going to be
We'll have to
here.
do this again sometime in a couple of times in the future, and just talk about some of the other developments that are going on through the area that are going to complement
Absolutely.
and help. Your organization, and your organization can help some of these other developments down the line too.
Absolutely.
I just invited myself back. How about that?
Consummate salesman.
Gladly have you guys back for sure. Thank you for joining us for this Stoppage Time special of the Pitch to Pro podcast. If you've enjoyed the conversation, you can click watch the full episode here. Be sure to tune in next Thursday for a new episode of the Pitch to Pro podcast,
The official podcast of Ozark United FC.
available on YouTube, Instagram, and everywhere you get your podcasts.